Hey guys, how you doing? This is my video diary, and today in this video I'm going to talk about my experience in arts and crafts. So I'm going to break down the journey, how it all started, what gave me the inspiration to make something like this. And I'm going to start off with Chung Li, so you can see a model of Chung Li, and I got some photos of her all rendered in ZBrush, so if you can see it, you can have a look. So yeah, this is something where I can look back on these videos. This is not something where you can say if you get something from these videos, then this will give you some good ideas how it all started. And this is just my experience, how I feel about toy making and or model making, whatever you want to call it. Um, so I'm going to break down a few things how it all started. So when I was making this model, this is the prototype that you see here, and I have some video footage of the model, me handling this model. I got a pink one of this, but it's at the back, so I think I have some photo images of that. I think I have, yeah, I got some photos. Um, so I will show you some photos here if I do have it. If not, then because obviously I have to look for it. Um, yes, I'm going to break down my experience, how it all started, and how quickly how it all started. So it feels like it seems like when I'm doing all this, it seems like I'm just basically. If I was seeing someone doing all this, it feels like I've been doing this for years. But no, it had to. There's been ups and downs on this, and it's not hasn't been like a smooth journey of creating this. Nothing. Well, when you're learning this stuff, there's no guidelines how it's all done. They can tell you how it's done, but they don't really tell you step by step. So some of the stuff that I was doing, I had to learn for myself. I had to make a few mistakes to get it right. So I've learned from certain things in this video diary that I'm going to share with you. I'm sharing with you right now that it's all good listening to suggestions from people, but like I said, the biggest experience or the greatest teacher I would say is yourself. You have to basically make a few mistakes to get it right, and this model was the first prototype that you see here. So when I was working on her, I got a lot of images of her in ZBrush, so you can, a few photos or images of her, and I got the model that I'm holding the model right now. I got video footage of her, so I'm going to share with you now, and then I'm going to share some other characters. So I managed to print the head, and I'm going um, to show you how it looks now. Looks great, perfect print. Now I'm waiting for the body and the other parts, so I'm going to be really careful because obviously this is a good print, and I want to show you in person whenever. But yeah, she looks great. Waiting for the other parts. So luckily, this filament is really good. Look at that, the quality. So yeah, this was successful. Some images that I could have made and I can make, because the funny thing is, looking at this Chung-Li model, I could actually do different fighting girl characters that I had in mind that I wanted to do, but I couldn't really do because I had other things and I was working on other projects right at that time, and I was working on this as well with my characters in the ARU. So you can see here, obviously the flyer of the characters that I have here, and obviously, so yeah, I was working on a lot of things, getting myself ready to the next step because getting things ready. So that's how it all started. So I'm going to share some images here so you can have a look. So yeah, it's been an interesting journey, but there's more stuff to talk about how it all started. So that's for that, and hopefully you will get a good idea how it all started anyway once you see more of my stuff. So yeah, that's the end of this model. So when I was working on this, I had this idea where I wanted to create a cool card game, fighting game, and that came to my mind, and I thought, okay, let me use something where I came up with this idea called waifu fighter. And obviously I couldn't really use these characters because I don't own these characters. So I said, well, let me create something similar to the model that I have here and using my characters instead. So I've decided to go with my ARU characters, um, and the mascots. Obviously, you can see behind, but you obviously can't see because obviously I will show you, talk about that in a minute. But here in this video, this is just me telling you my experience, how it all started with this model here. It has been move back here so you can see more. So yeah, it has been an interesting journey of creating this model because it wasn't something where I was just experimenting, and there was some things that were cool and then some things that I realized where it's going to be costly. And that's another thing that has changed my whole expectative about toy making is it's not what you think it is. I actually thought it would be, well, nothing straightforward, but I didn't know how much work that goes into it. To me now, it seems easy because I know what I'm doing. This is just a video diary where I'm just talking about my thoughts, and because I don't have time to write down all of this, this is the best way of me going back to these videos and say, yeah, I've done this, I've done that, and I'm sharing it with you. So yeah, it has been a bit of a nightmare with these toy making stuff. I've especially with these LCD. Oh man, God, I can tell you right now. I think just the whole process of it. But now it seems easy to me because when I said I created a video called The Game of Life. There's different levels to this game, and when I was saying about there's different levels to this, once you get to the normal, and then obviously it starts off from being easy, then normal, then hard. Right now, when someone looks at this, they will say, "Man, this looks cool," but they don't really see the process how it all started. So it looks cool, but it's not what you think it is. Where you actually, if you actually do it, then you would know that it's a lot of work, and it's not. And some people who they say they're passionate, but you have to do it to understand it because it's going to change your whole perspective. No one's like, I know how I had people telling me, oh, it has this and that, but the best way I could say to you right now, because if you really want to know how this is all done, do it yourself. It's all good saying, oh, yeah, it's all good listening to other people. But put it this way, I'm talking about toy making, and the way I'm saying it, it seems like it's a nightmare, but this is just my experience of how it all started, because it has been a nightmare, but it's also a great skill to use because it's something where you can look back and say, look, I've done this, I can do this, and I can make a lot of cool things. I can make anything if I wanted to. And I made a few models that I can show you right now. Like I've made a Scrooge McDuck, even though it's not my characters, but I can make anything. But because I'm focused on my brand and my characters in that brand, this is the reason why I wanted to go with Super Babe. So Super Babe was the first one to go because I was working on a pilot episode, and so I wanted to test things out with her. She was like the first prototype to start things off, even with the animation, because I wanted to see how she would, work. And so after experimenting with this model, Chun-Li, so yeah, Chun-Li was the prototype. I wanted to see how she would look, and she looks great, but I couldn't really use this character or sell it. If I can make this stuff, but I could never sell it.